You are now listening to the I Do What I Do podcast with your host, Mitch. Episode 7, The Audible Wedding. Man, oh man, this is my, I think fourth take doing this episode. It's just like, I don't feel satisfied with this. I gotta do it over again. I'm not satisfied with this. I gotta do it over again. It kind of feels resemblance to the wedding. Oh man, it's been a busy, busy day. Busy day today. Yeah, I've been studying and watching football all day today. It's just like I'm gonna, because I got two big exams going on next week, so I got literally hardcore study, especially this one exam. We gotta like fill in the blanks with wording, so I gotta like seriously concentrate on those words, make sure I spell them correctly, and make sure I align them up with the sentences. You know, which I'm doing extremely well, man. I did the entire day today. I feel like I got great confidence now. And yeah, I've been doing studying, flipping back to college football, but man, it's been a busy, long 8 days, man. Just going out of town for a wedding, going back to where I live, going to school the next day, going to work the next day, going internship and school on the same day, then going back to my internship the next morning. Oh my god. I was so exhausted yesterday on Friday. Oh my god. I felt horrible. I was like, man, I am so damn tired. But man, this isn't healthy, man. I haven't watched a movie since September 4th. Like, bro, that's not healthy. And I can't stand these adults that are like, well, that's adulthood for you. I'm like, you shouldn't encourage this or normalize this. That's not good. Me not watching a movie for 12 days, it's like, bro, you good? You good? Do you need some help? You need some help? But yeah, man, but you know, that's what kind of sacrifices you need to make in order to achieve what you need to achieve. So don't worry, we're gonna get back on the film grind once we're done with school, man. Got two more classes. Excited to be done. Excited to be done. But yeah, man. Let's talk about this wedding, man. Um. So day of wedding. I was gonna talk about Friday and all this other stuff, but let's talk about the wedding. I've been doing this thing for three takes now. Let's talk about the wedding. I've had enough of free taking this damn episode. Anyhow, day of wedding, I went out to get a breakfast. I had a banana bread, French toast, and yogurt parfait. Banana bread, French toast, don't have it. It was okay. The banana bread was good, but it's just like the French toast part. It's like, it's stupid. Very stupid. But it's alright. And then the yogurt parfait. Fruit was good in the yogurt parfait. Yogurt, it was Greek yogurt. Why do people, what is the hype and appeal of Greek yogurt? Greek yogurt is honestly the nastiest yogurt ever invented. It's just sour. It's bland, sour, no flavor tasting substance. And people like, oh yeah, man, and they all lie. They're like, oh yeah, man, Greek yogurt so good, man. It's like, this is disgusting. Greek yogurt is absolutely awful. Stop pretending this this kind of yogurt is good. It's horrible. It's horrific. Good lord. It was a decent 5 out of 10 breakfast. Anyway, then I went to a museum, the NSU museum down in Fort Lauderdale. I tell you, man, that was a lovely museum. There was modern day paintings, older paintings from the French and the Latin artists, and then you got artwork that is made out of yarn. It was beautiful. It was a nice museum. I highly recommend going to the NSU museum down in Fort Lauderdale area. Anyhow, I did have to rush a little bit in the upstairs portion because I get a text an hour and a half. It's like, hey man, we're all gonna be down in the lobby to take pictures for the wedding, and I'm a groomsman, so it's important for me to be there. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? I've been told all week that I had to be at this wedding venue at 4:30, but now I get alerted like, no, I have to be down in the lobby 3:30 to take pictures. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. I was extremely chill and mellow that entire wedding. Everybody else was stressing out. Me, I was like, yo, we're at a wedding right now. Hey, I don't understand. Apparently weddings, people are stressed out at weddings. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And it's like, well, and I hate when adults say, well, when it happens to you, you'll understand. It's like, yeah, most of the things that people have told me, hey, when this happens to you, you'll understand. It's like, yes, things happen to me, and I don't understand because the complete opposite happens. You know, I just feel like, human beings, they're interesting creatures. They make big things out of nothing. But yeah, I was very chill, relaxed the entire time. But yeah, I get out of the museum, get the wedding cards, and then I get back to my hotel room, shower, stretch, dress, face wash, brush teeth. I get a phone call at 3:20. It's like, hey, Mitch, where are you at? It's like, yeah, I'm almost done getting ready. It's like, oh, you gotta get here. The photographer is almost here. It's like, okay. We're all taking pictures at 3:30, so anyways, I get out of the hotel room 3:27. Elevator was taking too long, took the stairs, went out of the building, came back to the building, and I was right on time, 3:29. And apparently the groom and my mother, they're all wondering where I was, and I'm like, I don't know why everybody's freaking out. I'm right on time. 3:29, right on schedule. It worked out perfectly. We all took pictures. Then we went to the wedding hall, which honestly, man, this wedding hall was nice. Nice little venue. It was cute, very cute. Nice bar, nice dining room, nice what was it? Oh, nice reception room, ceremony room. We'll call it that. It was cute. Nice selection. And man, the theme of this wedding is called the Audible Wedding because there was last minute changes like left and right. It's like, hey, there's a little change here, there's a little change here, it was a little change here, there's a little change there, it's a little change here, it was a little change there. I'm like, man, this really is an Audible. Word to Tommy Tucker, who came up with that. It's like, man. So I didn't know that my cousin Jason wasn't organized. Apparently, it's his niche to be a little bit unorganized. He's a last minute guy. I didn't know that. I thought he was like me a little bit because I'm an extremely organized person. I really am. I plan things 5 months ahead of time for everything because I'm very indecisive. So I gotta like thoroughly think about everything thoroughly so I can get it right. Plus, I'm a perfectionist too, so it makes sense. But yeah, everything was a last minute change. Everything. It was interesting. I wish I could dive deep in like the highlight of the drama that was going on in this wedding, but out of respect for the groom, we're not gonna do that. Maybe down the road in a memoir, but not right now. Not right now. But yeah, man. The bride was an hour and a half late. Apparently, the makeup artist was late, so that's why it took so long. Which it wasn't that big of a deal. Some people were stressing out. It's like me. It was like I said before. Hey, we're at a wedding right now. This is nice. This is nice. We just all chilled out. Everybody was drinking. I had my water. It was nice. See family members I haven't seen in a while. I gotta tell you, man. when you haven't seen people in a while, you just realize like, man, I haven't seen you in a while, and honestly, I don't really miss you that much. In a respectful manner. I don't know, man. You just, I tell you, when you grow older in life, I don't know. My view on family is always like mixed. I'm very mixed with my family. It's just like, don't get me wrong, man. I like family, but it honestly, it's just like, I don't know. You just feel. I tell you, when you get older, it's just like, family. At the end of the day, let's keep it 100. Family is just the same as everybody else, honestly. Even though you've known family for a long time, but at the same time, it's like relationship wise and value wise, pretty much the same. Pretty much the same as everybody else, you know. But I love them, I love them though. But yeah, it was nice to see some family members. I tell you, man, some of my family members, man, they gotten older. I tell you, man, my little cousin Joseph, man, he gotten big. I was like, man, you were just a little guy a couple of years ago. Now you're big. Look, he looked a lot more mature now. Good for him. Good for him. Um, yeah, we're all chilling, reconnecting, whatnot, and then bride comes. Then the ceremony starts. Um, I did the groomsman thing. I tell you, man, I understand now why they do wedding rehearsals because I had no idea what the hell I'm doing. Apparently, it's just like, yeah, you gotta latch your arm around somebody and walk the aisle. And I did with this random girl. She was very nervous. She's like, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah. Why wouldn't I be okay?" You know. I tell you, man, it was very chill, relax. Everybody else was nervous. Everybody's, emotions was rising up. Me, I was just like, "We're at a wedding right now, aren't we? Hell yeah." I walked down the aisle with her, and then I stand near the groom, and they did their vows, and the usual cliche stuff with weddings. It was nice. It was nice. It was a cute little ceremony, cute vows. Worked out nicely. With all the little minor. I'm gonna say this for all y'all that stressed during this whole entire wedding. Everything honestly was minor problems, except for that one major problem. We're not going to talk about that one. But everything else, it's minor. At the end of the day, man, when you were dealing with minor problems, chill, relax, enjoy life. I tell you, man, when I have a wedding, man, I tell you, man, everybody else will be stressing out now. It's just like, man, I'm getting married to the most beautiful woman ever. And I'm gonna be so happy for a long, long time. I can't wait for that day to happen. I'm not gonna be happy about everybody stressing out and freaking out about everything, but for me, man, I'm gonna enjoy myself that day. But yeah, and then after that we took pictures. Then we went to have dinner. I tell you, man, with all the problems that was going on at this wedding, one problem that was nowhere near to be found, the dinner. Prime rib. I gotta tell you, man, I had reasonably mid expectations. Like, maybe it could be good, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not that good. And I tell you, man, this prime rib was very good. They marinate this bad boy very, very good. Had a lot of flavor, good cut, properly cooked. It was really good. I was very impressed. Kudos to the chef. Kudos to the chef. And then we dealt with some dinner speeches. We had a prayer speech by cousin Melissa, which that was nice. Then we had a speech by cousin Nicole, which she did like a stand-up comedic routine, and then a meaningful speech, and it was like, okay, it was aight. It was aight. So there were some highlights within the speech, and it's like, okay, there was some run-on sentences here. So, hey, man, it's a thought that counts. It's a thought that counts. Yeah, we had some other few speeches as well. This one speech, it was done by a family member of Isabel's family member, and it was a guy, and it was like, did this man just say uncircumcised in his speech? I tell you, when we heard that word, me, dad, my mom, and everybody in the table were like, did he really just say that? I don't know if he mispronounced the word or he was being for real, but that was hilarious. Oh my god, that was honestly the highlight of all the speeches. Every other speech is like you can't out top that. When you go through a speech and you hear somebody say uncircumcised in a speech, that's where you gotta say, you know what, you're the winner today. You're the real MVP. Great job, buddy. And then yeah, we then after that everybody danced in the dance hall. I didn't dance. I tell you, man, I love dancing. You know what it is, man? You know what it is? When it comes to the dancing stuff, it's like I cannot be myself around certain family members, like my dad, my mom, Uncle Mark. The older family members. I can't be myself around them. I can't be my goofy, fun, highly energetic self because it's because you're held to this very high standards. Like, hey, man, I gotta be the mature, proper one. So it's like, no way, I'm not gonna dance here. There's no way there's no way I'm gonna do. There's no way I'm gonna do my goofy dances right now, man. I'm gonna save it for later. Which we will get to that. But yeah, everybody was having a nice time. I gotta say, man, the DJ playlist, it was all over the place. You know, it's weird because the introductions for the wedding, this man put on "Popular" by The Weeknd, Madonna, and Playboy Cardi. I was like, what? Listen, man, I love Popular. Yeah, the chick is popular. Suddenly, it's popular. But it's like, did this man really just did wedding introductions with Popular? What? And then he did his basic, wedding playlist, play it safe. I tell you, man, when I have a wedding, I'm gonna tell you right now, my wedding playlist. I'm gonna tell you, the older. I don't even know if I'm gonna invite my older family members to my wedding because you're not gonna like my wedding playlist. No, you're not. We're gonna have some crazy songs. We're not gonna go too too crazy into the rap stuff, but we are gonna have some fun, energetic bangers. We're gonna have some Day Glow. We're gonna have some 1975. We're gonna have some Drake. Of course, we're gonna have Drake. We may have a Sue John Stevens song. We're gonna have The Weeknd. We're gonna have some oldies. We're gonna have like all kinds of beautiful. We're gonna have what's that one song that I love hearing? Honestly, hold on. Give me 1 second. I gotta look at this song. I gotta look at my playlist. Yeah, we're definitely gonna play where is it? Touching Yourself by the Japanese House. We're going to put that on my wedding playlist. Imagine that I put that song plays in my wedding and it's like, what is this song? This is inappropriate. And it's like, Brett, it's a fun song to dance to. Relax, have an enjoyous time. But yeah, I'm so sick of basic. I'm so sick of basic playlists, man. Shouts out Adam Beza who throw down a great wedding playlist. You're the real MVP. Thank God. But yeah, this wedding playlist it was too safe. It was too safe. It's like I can't get jiggy with this too safe crap. I did like the Latin songs that was added into this playlist though. I do like the Latin music's great. I love it. But yeah, man. post wedding. Now the post wedding party. Me, Melissa, Kevin, some members of Isabel's family, Terry Lynn, Jennifer in some part, in one bar slash club, Mark Osborne in one bar club. Um, who else was there? Marky Jr. in one bar. Um, Monahan, I don't know his name, and some other guy in the Leone family. The post wedding party. Oh man, you had to be there. I was off the rails. I was out of control, man. Oh man, once I got going in this first bar slash club, man. Bro, I was on a whole other level. I'm. That's why they call me, the Funk Master Mitch, because man, I can seriously throw down some moves and literally deliver some high energy, man, because I was literally going off. And what's the difference between me and everybody else is they're drinking themselves away to get to my level, and I don't need to put a drink or smoke or a drug to get to this level, man. You can't not compete with me. Nobody could. I was going ham, man. And I had this one bald guy that was in the Isabel's crowd, like high fiving me like 5 times and hyping me up, man. I was on a whole other level. And then we went to this one outside club that was called Wharf, man. That was, oh my god, that was so much fun. I was dancing, I was rapping hardcore, man. Especially when Kanye West Can't Tell Me Nothing came on. I was like, bro, I honestly lost my breath for a minute. I was like, man, holy crap, bro. I was like, I lost my breath at that one moment. And during this post wedding party, man, Isabel, the bride, she was like, man, all the bridesmaids, my nieces, they were like, man, they were all talking about you, bro. They were saying how you were so damn hot. I was like, sheesh. They should have told me that to them. They should have told me that to. They should have told me that to my face, because man, I was, this is a wedding. Ladies, listen, this is a wedding. This is a time of love. So if you feel the need to spread affection, love towards someone, this is your time to do it. And to those bridesmaids, why didn't you do it? Seriously, why didn't you do it? And that's the thing. This is a transition I'm gonna do. Women, women always talk about equal gender rights and whatnot. Well, let's talk about making the move. Making a move. Women, you all talk about equal this, equal that, yet y'all don't want to put in the work. No, they don't. Like, here's a grand opportunity to show someone that you're attracted to someone, that you could make a difference in someone's life, yet you don't do it. You don't make the move. And guess what, ladies? Guess what, ladies? Guess what? The reason why you miss out on good guys in this world, it's because most good guys, they're quiet. They're shy. Most of them are quiet, shy, and content with themselves. So if you really want something in life, especially a guy that you're attracted to, go for it. Ask him out. No. Don't be like, that's the man's job. No. You said equal rights. Make the move. So what you're going to do right now, all you ladies out there, you're going to go to your DMs. You're going to message him and say, hey, I like you. Let's go out sometime. And when you're done DMing me, I'm going to DM you back and say, thank you, love. I appreciate you. Let's go out. I tell you, man, anytime I hear someone like hype me up and like, oh, this girl thinks you're cute and whatnot, man, my ego goes off the walls. Like, I feel like extremely happy and joyous. But yeah, like seriously, That was like the perfect time. That was the perfect day to do it because I was like in that loving mood. Like I just wanted to love everybody. It's like when I was out in the bar and the club, I was like, man, I want to love out. I want to love somebody right now. I want to kiss somebody, talk about my feelings. I tell you, man, no girl wanted to dance with me during at the bar and the clubs. It was tragic, man. See, the problem is, the first time I came out to a club, girls were just dancing on me without no questions asked. This one girl danced on me, no questions asked. This one girl looked at me at the club and then she started dancing on me. So it's not like, well, Mitch, you know how to dance with girls and whatnot. It's like, no, I don't. I don't know how to go up to a girl and it's like, yo, do you want to dance with me? It's like, how do you do that? How do you do that? And it's like, oh, it's so easy. You just have to introduce yourself and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, it's very complicated. It's very complicated. It's very, very complicated. That's why I need a wingman, you know. Jason, Jason, listen, man. When I was talking about I need a wingman, that's where you gotta say, yo, look, Mitch, I'm sorry. I should have done something. Because, listen, man, when it came to that wedding we just did, bro, I was calm, I was chill, I was relaxed. I followed and listened to orders. When it comes to that, it's like, hey, babe, wifey, I'm gonna go help out my boy, get him a ting right now. You don't have to talk. Seriously, Jason, the groom, Jason's like, yo, man, he's the wingman. He gave me this like weird motivational speech. It's like, yeah, man, one day you'll find a great friend and he'll help you, or something like that. I was like, bro, shut up. That's not what I want to hear. It's like, man, it's like, you know what, Mitch, I should have helped you out with a ting here and there. I should have done something. Because, next time around, if Jason ever gets remarried, which, God, I hope he does not. Isabel's great. I love her. She's a great wife to Jason. She'll be a great wife to Jason, but she's awesome. She's an awesome woman. But yeah, if you ever get remarried, Jason, you better not pull this shit again. Pardon my language. You better not pull this shit again. Because, the thing is like, it's like, oh, Jason's too old to be a wingman. No, he ain't. Jason can get 10 tings in the club if he was single. So, help me out, Jason. Help me out. You should have helped me out that night. But yeah, it was. Oh man, that was a lit wedding, man. That post wedding party. Oh my god, that was a lot of fun. I danced my ass off. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, man, the Audible Wedding, great time, great time. Great time, honestly. Good job by Jason. Good job by Isabel. Good job by everybody that orchestrated that event. It doesn't matter about the minor problems, like I said before. It's like, who cares? Who cares about all these minor problems? They're relevant. They're irrelevant. As long as the bride and groom got married and everybody had a nice time, that's what matters in life. And guess what, man? You know I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Let's get it. Man, I talked so much so far. Let's talk about sports. Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears. I picked the Bears. Of course, I picked my Bears. I had a lot of confidence for my Bears during this game. First game of the year, at home, no Aaron Rodgers, division rivalry, Justin Fields getting DJ Moore, getting upgraded offense. It looked like it was going to be our year and blah, blah, blah. There's so much hype around this game. And the Bears, it happened again. Hopes and dreams went to die. I guess, like, third quarter, it was a good game during the third quarter, and then fourth, they just ran away with it. Honestly, I don't really know what to say about this game, honestly. It's just like, oh, it's just like it happened again. We came out very flat for a team that had honestly so much riding on this game. It's just like, how did we come out like flat at home with no Aaron Rodgers? Like, I'm gonna look at these stats. Like Justin Fields, for example, 24 out of 37, 216, one touchdown, one interception. And keep in mind, a great deal of the yardage in that 216, I'm gonna say like 50 yards of that came in garbage time, so it's basically 166 yards. It's just like, Fields, you got the weapons now. Why aren't you succeeding? I don't understand. And some of it has to deal with the play call. Some of it does have to deal with the play call. You look at the play call, it's just like wide receiver screens, running back screens, short passes. You're just like, what is this? What? Listen, man. Justin Fields has Darnell Mooney, DJ Moore, and Cole Kmet. Let him air it out. What are we doing? Stop it with these He's not a rookie anymore. He's a third-year player. Let him throw the damn ball. Let him go out and make plays. It's just like, I don't understand this like play it safe conservative crap. It's stupid. Honestly, it's very, very stupid. And, we look at the ground game. There's like, Fields was the leading rusher. Herbert didn't do too good. 3 yards per carry, 9 out of 27. Rashawn Johnson, 520. Man, it's just like, man, ugh. It's like everything you look at this offense is just like, it doesn't meet to my standards. Yeah, we put up 20 points. Whoop-de-doo. Well, 20 ain't bad. 20 ain't bad, but you gotta say, like, what is it, like 7 of those came in garbage time? No, 6 came in garbage time because they went for 2. They didn't get 2. Okay. 6 came in, so 14. Defense looked okay. I will say Tremaine Edmonds actually had like an actual good game, which I wasn't. He made a couple of good tackles for losses. Secondary didn't look too good. I mean, come on. Look at Jordan Love. 15 out of 27, 245, 3 TDs. I mean, he ate us up. Oh my god. You mean to tell me Jordan Love is going to be the next like Aaron Rodgers that's going to make our lives a living hell? I don't think that's going to happen, but it's just like, you feel so defeated by this game, honestly, this first game. It's just like, how do you let this happen? But yeah, there's really nothing much to say about this game. Defense looked flat. Offense looked flat. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to be our year again. But honestly, it's one game. We'll see. We'll see what they'll do against Tampa tomorrow. I don't know. I just feel I feel defeated as a Chicago Bears fan. But I have a little optimism and hope. Hey, if we can beat Tampa, turn around, I don't know if we're gonna upset KC, but just gotta win this game. Just gotta win the next game. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Luke Getsy, Coach Matt, bro, just let Fields go up. Just let him air it out, please, for the love of God. Stop it with this conservative rookie play call nonsense. Just let the guy do his thing. God forbid. All right, let's talk about that Monday night thriller between the Bills and the Jets. I watched this at a Bills sports bar, Brendan's. Yeah, it was filled with a bunch of Bills fans. And there was a couple Jets fans, which I was like, oh. Because when you go to like a specialty sports bar, you never see like the opposing team's fans. I mean, because you're afraid you're gonna get beaten up or it's not your scene, whatnot. But yeah, there was like a couple Jets fans, so it's like, oh, one had a Chad Pennington jersey on. That was interesting. I like Chad Penning, but it's like that's an interesting jersey to go through. Anyway, this game, uh, four plays, Aaron Rodgers torn his Achilles, caused by former Chicago Bear Leonard Floyd. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice by Leonard Floyd. Obviously, he didn't do it on purpose, but it was like, because I wanted to see how this Aaron Rodgers experiment with the New York Jets was going to play out, and it's like, oh, it's over in 4 plays, especially after that awesome introduction with him with the American flag honoring the 9/11 victims. Oh my God, that was like, honestly, you just want to go through a brick wall for Aaron Rodgers when that opening came out. I was like, oh my God, this is like the sickest, most awesome thing I've ever seen in my entire life. NFL or any sports league, by that matter. It doesn't matter what the occasion is. Allow athletes to come out of the tunnel with a American flag, because it's honestly the hardest thing ever. Like, that was so damn awesome. And it's such a shame after that awesome intro, Rodgers is out 4 plays. I was sick to my stomach. I was like, damn it. I'm not I'm not a Jets fan. I didn't care who won this game, even though I have the Bills under in wins. But, it's just like, Rodgers is a good dude. He stand up for human rights. He's a cool dude. It's like, I wanted to see how this played out. Now it's gone after 4 plays. And then here comes throwing bombs, banging moms. Hell yeah, Mr. Zach Wilson is back. Hell yeah. You could tell right from the bat, Zach Wilson looked shaky. And honestly, I couldn't blame him. You can't blame Zach Wilson for being shaky. I mean, off of like a devastating, unexpected injury and where you feel like, oh, you're not going to see any playing time, it's just like, yeah, you're going to be a little shaky when you come out. And honestly, Zach Wilson didn't do that bad, despite him being a little shaky. 14 out of 21, 140, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He played all right. I feel like starts going forward for Zach Wilson, it's going to go a little more smoother because they'll have a prepared game plan. He'll have a prepared game plan. He'll be steady. He'll be ready. But yeah, he made some nice throws, especially the touchdown drive. He made some really good clutch plays, especially the dump off to the dump off was to Allen Lazard. That was an excellent play. And then the touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson. I got in trouble because of that play. Because when that play happened, I went, holy sh, out loud, because it was unbelievable play. It was a natural reaction, and it's like my Uncle Mark's like, yo, don't do that. And it's like my dad's, yeah, man, we know you're rooting for it. It's just like, bro, did you not see that play? It's a natural reaction to be like very shocked and stunned because it was an awesome, unbelievable play by Garrett Wilson. But yeah, Zach Wilson on that drive, he looked good. He made some really good clutch passes. And that touchdown pass, it was a little off target, but I will say though, when it comes to those fades, at least Zach Wilson put it in an area where the receiver had a chance to catch it. And, we're going to give more credit to Garrett Wilson for making the catch than Zach Wilson's pass, but at least he put it into a spot where the receiver had a chance to catch it. You know what I mean? It's not like he threw out a fade and goes out of bounds. He put it in an area where the receiver had a chance to catch the ball, and he did. But yeah, the Jets, I don't know what's going to happen with the Jets going forward. defense is great, no doubt about it. But yes, the offense, you question the offense now without Aaron Rodgers. But I feel like Zach Wilson will. All Zach Wilson has to do is be average at best. If Zach Wilson just be average at best with a great running game and with his great defense, they're gonna win some ball games. I truly believe that. It may not be Super Bowl bound, but they'll be fine. They'll be just fine. But it is time for Zach Wilson to redeem himself. And as always, we are going to root for throwing bombs, banging moms any damn day of the week. Now let's look over to the Bills side. Defense looked good. I was kind of surprised that the defense actually looked good. Matt Milano made some good plays. Who else made some good plays? Yeah, Leonard Floyd had a sack and a half. Matt Milano had a really, really good game. He had an interception. He made some nice tackles. That's about it. Jordan Poyer looked awful. What the hell happened to Jordan Poyer? I think age is catching up to him. He did look slow. He didn't look like he could catch up to some receiver speeds. They were out like running him and whatnot. Jordan Poyer looked old. He looked old. That's a concern. The run game by the Bills, a good majority of this like Bills offense was like literally online with James Cook, 12 carries, 46 yards. That's an average game. And then they threw to him like 6 times, caught 4. And he caught it 4 times. I was surprised that the offense was really reliant on James Cook. I think it's because the Buffalo Bills have learned in order to win championships, you have to develop a somewhat competent run game. It doesn't have to be a great run game, but you have to be able to run the ball, and that's what they're trying to do with James Cook in this run game. They're trying to make stuff and trying to develop it so that way they can win ball games. You can't win championships if you can't run the damn ball. You can't. You don't even have to have a great run game. Like look at Kansas City. Look at Los Angeles Rams the year before. Look at Tampa Bay. They all had solid run games. They weren't great run games, but they had a solid run game, and that's why I feel like the Bills, they're like figuring out themselves, okay, we got to actually develop some kind of a run game here, or we ain't going to go nowhere. And they're trying to do that with James Cook, and he did all right. Wasn't the greatest game ever. I understand my family especially, they were getting frustrated with those play calls to Cook, but I understand what they were trying to do. But let's talk about the meat and potatoes of this Bills offense. Josh Allen, 29 out of 41, 236 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and a fumble loss. It's like somebody said earlier that, teams are figuring out Josh Allen, and I can't put my finger on it. Who said that? Who said that? It was me. It was me. Yeah, Josh Allen, he looked like Jay Cutler in this game. Listen, man, I think Jay Cutler is the best quarterback we've ever had, but, Jay Cutler made some dumbass plays. You can even, what? Let's scratch that Jay Cutler. He looked like Brett Favre out there. Brett Favre, a known, talented, supposedly great player, but he makes dumbass decisions. And that's what Josh Allen did in this game. He made some dumbass decisions. There's some questionable throws. You're like, why did you do that? Well, I think every single interception he made, you're just like, this is really bad decision making. The first one you could say, well, it is good as a punt, I guess, but then the other two, it's like, okay, the one you put that up for grabs, it was nowhere near the receiver. Why did you do that? And the other one's like, okay, you were off target. And then the fumble, it's like, okay, Josh, listen, you lost the ball once. Don't do anything else. Go down on the ground, give yourself up, go to the next play. The play ain't there. You can't. Don't do hero ball. Just go back down on the ground, recoup, and go forward on your next play. And I guess what happened? He didn't do that, and he fumbled again and lost it this time. And when that, what the? Did you see Josh Allen? He was running. He was trying to get a first down. He was 5 yards away from the first down, and all of a sudden he jumps, trying to jump and dive for. What the hell's wrong with this guy? It's such a stupid player. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't, and I feel like I said before, I feel like this is coming to an end for Josh Allen. He already reached his highest ceiling he could possibly go. Now it's going to come down and digress moving forward. Of course, he's going to have his good games here and there, but at the end of the day, I don't see much progress with Josh Allen going from here because, where what is left for him to progress as a quarterback? He already knows his identity. I feel like, the problem with Josh Allen is he's just as good as his athleticism. Once his athleticism go away where he cannot run like a maniac, he's going to be a really terrible quarterback. Sure, he may have his arm, maybe, but you take his athleticism away, I feel like he's just going to be an okay. He's going to be like Cam Newton. He's going to be exactly like Cam Newton. He's going to be a has-been. I don't know when it's going to happen. It's probably not going to happen until a couple or a few years down the road, but it's going to start now. It's already started like the end of last year. It's going to continue. And everybody's like, oh, it's the Bills fans are like, oh, it's Ken Dorsey's fault. We need the ball back. No. Ken Dorsey didn't tell Josh Allen to go chuck it up 50 yards down the field where no receiver is in the area. Ken Dorsey didn't tell him to go pick up the ball after he fumbled it and lose the football game. Ken Dorsey did not tell Josh Allen, hey, Josh, go jump. I know you're 5 yards away from the first down, but just randomly try to jump over the defender when you're like, there's 3 defenders around Josh Allen during that. It's all Ken Dorsey's fault. No, it's not. It's Josh Allen's fault. He played bad. Accept the fact that he played bad. I can't stand these fans that have this like dysfunctional love attachment to these players and don't actually take responsibility that, hey, maybe it's their fault, But yeah, I don't know what the Bills, like I said before, this is going to be the year where, they're going to be average. I stand by that. And, Josh Allen, just play smarter. If you can. Since we've talked so much, we're going to wrap up this show with Money Mitch's picks. I think I went 2-3 last week with NFL picks. 3-3 if you want to count the over in the Bears and Packers game, which I did say, hey, if you whatever the over is, hit the over. So we're going to count 3-3. Man, everything's been 500 with me in these money picks. Hopefully this week we'll change it around. All right, we start off with the Raiders and Bills. The Bills are giving the Raiders 8 points. They're at home. And guess what? You know what? I'm sticking to my word. The Bills aren't that good this year. And I feel like Jimmy G, with that upset win against the Broncos on the road, hell, let's ride it out. I'm taking the Raiders +8 over the Bills on the road. That's right. The Las Vegas Raiders +8 on the road against the Bills. On to our next game. Ravens at the Bengals. The Bengals are giving the Ravens 3 points. Listen, man. I know I took the Browns last week. I didn't think the Browns were gonna beat them up that badly, but hey, um, I don't know what kind of conditions it's gonna be in Cincinnati, Ohio tomorrow, but it's like everybody's like overreacting about Joe Burrow's performance. Like, bro, he can't. Joe Burrow came off a calf injury. He hasn't been on the field for God knows how long, and he's coming back with off a calf injury, playing in the hard downpour rain. What did you think was going to happen? You think he was going to pass for 500 yards? No, he's going to struggle in that. His body's, when you come off an injury and you're playing in the downpour rain on turf, yeah, you're not gonna feel that great. You're not gonna be loose. You're gonna be a little rusty, man. So, hey, it worked out for me because I had the Browns that game. I feel like the Ravens. I understand they're out a few starters on the offensive side, but I feel like the Ravens just have such a great defense that I feel like they're gonna ride that momentum on the road against Bengals. So I'm taking the Ravens +3 over the Bengals on the road. Yes, I'm taking the Ravens +3 over the Cincinnati Bengals on the road. Onwards to Indianapolis Colts against the Houston Texans. Texans are giving the Colts 1 point. Listen, man, both of these teams, they're both sorry. Um, One is a poorly run organization. Well, Colts, yeah, they're kind of mixed in the poorly run organization, and the other is a poorly organization. But the poorly organization team, the Houston Texans, are at home, and their QB is not minorly injured like Anthony Richardson. With that point in mind, I feel like the Houston Texans are going to beat the Colts outright, so I'm going to take the Houston Texans -1 over the Colts at home. Yes, I'm going to take the Houston Texans at home -1 over the Colts. 49ers are giving 7 points on the road against the Rams. Rams actually looked decent against the Seahawks on the road. I think they played the Seahawks on the road. Yeah, they actually looked decent, especially without Cooper Kupp. The offense actually looked good. It looked kind of good. Yeah, a couple of receivers did a good job. But I feel like, the 49ers, man, with that defense and Brock Purdy, Purdy boy Proc, I feel like, they got their number. So I'm taking the 49ers on the road, 7 points, -7 over the Rams. That's right, I'm taking the 49ers -7 over the Rams on the road. Jets are on the road against Dallas. Dallas is giving them 8.5. 8.5. Man, the sports book has no faith in throwing bombs, banging moms, aka Zach Wilson. Dallas, they won 40-0 over the Giants. But keep in mind, there's quite a bit of turnovers, quite a bit of special teams in play. Plus, Dak Prescott didn't look that great against the Giants. I mean, how many yards I think Dak didn't even throw. Yeah, Dak didn't throw 200. Didn't even throw 200 yards. I think he threw 147, 127. That's not great. Yeah, I feel like people are. I feel like they're overhyping the Dallas Cowboys right now, and I think 8.5 points is too much, especially because the Jets have a great defense, so they're gonna hold their ground against the Cowboys here. So with that being said, 8.5. Damn right, I'm taking the points. Jets +8.5 over the Cowboys on the road. That's right, I'm taking the Jets +8.5 on the road over Dallas. Dolphins and Patriots, Sunday Night Football. Patriots are getting 2.5 points from the Dolphins. Chargers have no defense. So Tua just ate them up really really bad. Oh my god. Um, for some reason, man, the Patriots, they had a good game against the Eagles. They honestly should have won, but just couldn't keep their foot in bounds. I don't know, man. I for whatever reason, I understand there's a division rivalry, and I understand people are on the Dolphins bandwagon right now, rightfully so. I mean, Tua pulled up for 466, and Tyreek went off. But I don't know. I feel confident that the Patriots are gonna actually say, you know what, we're gonna get something done here. So I'm taking the Patriots plus 2.5 at home against the Dolphins. That's right. I'm taking the New England Patriots plus 2.5 at home over the Dolphins. And last but not least, the Saints and the Panthers. The Saints are giving 3 on the road against the Panthers. Saints won a close game over the Titans the other week. Derek Carr actually played a good game. He was honestly one of the rare couple QBs that that played good that Sunday, that week 1. Panthers, they didn't do nothing really. They got beaten up by the Falcons. I'm really surprised it's -3. I guess because the Saints are on the road, so they gotta give them that respect. But it's just like Panthers have no offensive line. So with that being said, I'm taking the Saints -3 over the Panthers. I don't see why not. The Saints look good. Players are healthy on the Saints side. The Saints got a good pass rush. Yeah, they're gonna eat up the Panthers. -3 Saints on the road over the Panthers. And man, that's about do it for me, man. Man, we talked a long time. This is the longest episode that we've done. Wish me luck on these last 2 exams I'm about to pull up to this week. Last week of school, man. I'm very excited. And then we could finally talk thorough detail about school and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, you know what I'm going to do what I'm going to do, man. You know what I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to bed. Have a great night, y'all. Have a great week, y'all. And Chicago Bears, please win today. Please win. I've had enough of being the Bears. Ciao, Bella.